Get started. It's Friday and it's Friday.
I am happy to join with you today
Social.
in what will go down in history as the greatest demonstration for freedom in the history of our nation. I have a dream.
Social reload.
This is one of the worst catastrophes in the world.
Three other individuals. One of them was a male, and the other two were females. God only knows what they were up to in there. And furthermore, Susan, I wouldn't be the least bit surprised to learn that all four of them habitually smoke marijuana cigarettes. Reefers.
Bulls Radio Lounge. That was really weird. I didn't really expect that to happen. A little pause on the song. Matt the Savior.
Since I came back in on a good time.
Did I? I like this song. I think it's really, really smooth.
Yeah, I really like Sublime.
What's that?
I really like Sublime.
Yeah. How are you, buddy? How's everything going?
It's Tuesday.
It is right. Yeah, it is Tuesday.
Tuesday, 9 o'clock. We did it.
We did it. We
made it to another one.
Another week. I was kind of thinking, just now, and I do that a lot. Sometimes it kind of gets me in trouble.
You wouldn't realize it.
Yeah. But I was kind of thinking maybe doing like a possibly maybe like a second day show or something like that, or like
a second day show. What do you mean?
Well, like we do Tuesday nights, and then we pick another night to do another show. Like the same show but just on a different night. I don't know. What do you think?
As in you want to do another show with me?
No, same show, just different. Just like two shows a week.
Night.
Yeah, 2 shows a week instead of 1. What do you think? No?
Holy cow.
Or is that too much? You want to think about that?
No, I gotta talk it over with my people, see if my bank can take more money. It's something we can discuss.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I was just thinking, that might be, a little bit cool to do. I mean, I don't know. I mean, what do you think? Yeah,
I
maybe,
mean,
kind of.
for double the pay. I mean, anything
Well, I
possible.
mean, listen, I'll give you some peanuts, but that's about it. And that's how much I could throw at you. I mean, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You know, it's
I
right
mean,
now we're
well,
doing. We're
the
doing.
salary up to 16 million. We'll talk about it.
Hey, yeah, listen, buddy. I'm broadcasting from 25 feet in the bunker. That should tell you something, okay? I mean, there's
Doesn't mean you got enough money to build a 25-foot below ground bunker.
no. I got enough money to build something that I could protect myself from everybody else. You know,
Oh, wow,
especially for the
yeah.
people who are trying to look for the money. So,
Oh,
and it's not there. You know, so
that's me. I'm looking.
so you can't find me, bitches. I'm 25 feet down. But but no, it's gonna be a good show tonight. There's a couple serious things on the docket to talk about because, you know, in the last couple days, society has sort of really gone insane, almost like crazy. You know, I sort of paraphrase the word crazy because that really doesn't amount to what, you know, these families go through, you know.
Right.
You know, the amount of anguish and stuff like that they have to endure, you know, with these stories, you know. Like I was watching the YouTube on the Parkland shooter, right? And the videos of the parents doing their final, you know, their final speeches to the guy convicted, you know what I mean? And
Right.
he didn't like have any remorse, there's not like a tear in his eye, his eyes aren't red, nothing. Like, you know, there was nothing but just a blank stare, and these kids or these parents have to endure, you know, their only child missing, or, you know, one of many a child missing, you know. I think 4 staff members got killed as well. But still, you know, but yeah, there was nothing on his face whatsoever. You know, I mean, and he didn't want to go to prison because he was afraid of, you know, getting beat up or dying or suffering.
Huh.
And it's like, well, what do you, like one parent, you know, I hate to bring the show down so much right now, but I mean, it's something that we got to
You
talk
there?
about because of the fact that,
Uh-oh.
what happened? You there, bud?
You there?
I'm here.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I got lost, Jeff. What the hell?
But you there? Hello?
Did I lose you?
Are you there now?
Cheese and rice. Are you there?
Really? Yeah, I'm here, bud. I can hear you just fine. I mean, let's take a break and then we'll be back in a minute. Hold on. Nope, wrong one.
All right. Are you there?
All right, I think we fixed it. I hope. Matt, you there?
Testing.
Matt,
1,
can
2,
you
3.
hear me?
I can hear you.
Fantastic. All right.
My bad. I don't know what happened there.
I don't know. I hear you clear as day, and I'm like trying to smoke signal you, to try to.
Yeah, I can smell it.
Yeah. Like,
We got a yay from Osmet. So, hey, what's up?
hey,
Christina?
what's going on, Osmond Entertainment? So
Sorry about the technical difficulties. You know how we do, though. We can't have a show without technical difficulties.
Exactly. So
It wouldn't be a social reload show without
that's true.
it.
So, on the contrary, society, like I said, we were talking about society and how crazy it is. But, just with this one guy recently when he shot up a dance studio, right? He comes in 69 years old and start killing like, I think it was like 14 or 15 dead so far,
Jesus.
Yeah, so, and then, because it was like a what's called a new moon or full moon or half moon or some sort of moon.
Sure. Some kind of moon.
Some sort of, parade and whatnot. Chinese New Year. So then the guy comes in. He doesn't shoot up the people in the parade area. He goes in the dance studio and starts shooting them up.
Naturally, because, that's what's wrong with him.
that's like half a block down the street. So then
he knew everybody was distracted by the parade.
by the Asian dance studio. I mean, that's distraction number one.
Sounds like he had a vendetta with somebody in that dance studio.
Well, I don't know, because then he drove down about an hour or so, I think, down south or north to Monterey, and then he went to start shooting up another dance studio, and they disarmed him. They said, "Sorry about your luck, kid. Pack sand." And then he went into a parking lot and shot himself in the head.
Yeah, that's crazy. So Osmet's asking to call in, first of all, and second of all, that's insane.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, what is wrong with people today that, they have to sit there and take people's lives for the greater good for their own. Like the Parkland shooter guy, right? He said, the Parkland shooter guy, the school shooter guy. You know what I'm talking about? He said that in his videos that he was, going to take his AR-15 and, go to school and sacrifice people and tear it up and stuff. And I'm like, dude, what did they do to you to deserve this? I mean, these are like high school kids that are wanting to live their lives and make something of themselves,
Right.
Why are you trying to take away that? This just doesn't make sense.
I don't know. I guess some people just think that, like, it's almost like that mentality of the I can't have her, no one can. But it's like with life.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't be happy, no one can.
Right.
I don't know. I'm trying to justify something that's obviously terrible.
And the guy's
not justify. I don't want to say it like that, but you know what I mean. Like, I'm trying to play devil's advocate,
right,
with something that is just so absurd.
Well, and the guy is like only I think 23 or something like that.
He was only 23 and already gave up on life like that.
Yeah, I mean,
wow.
Well, no, he didn't shoot himself. He just got done with the sentencing, but the guy,
he shot himself in the head.
Oh no, that was a Chinese guy. I'm sorry. That was the Chinese guy that shot himself in the head. So,
well, what in the hell? I don't even know what to think now.
Yeah, well, no, the Parkland shooter guy, he was the one that shot the school up, if you remember. Do you remember that?
Right. Okay,
in like 2018,
right.
that's the guy that I was talking about that was on trial. He was the one that started going to the school with his AR-15 and just started,
Jesus.
taking out people from left and right, and that's the whole thing. It's like, why? What is it? Like I said before, what, why are these people, your target? What did they do to you? What do they do to
They
deserve
were
this?
in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Apparently.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I mean, that's a whole new level if you're at a wrong place at the wrong time, because, I mean, just look at the guy that what was it? Crap, the movie theater guy,
oh, right. Yeah, he was the Joker wannabe.
Yeah, where he comes in and right in the middle of a Batman movie, and he comes in and starts shooting up the place. I mean, the people are enjoying their popcorn.
Right, literally in the middle of a bite of popcorn.
Right. You're enjoying your Coke, and all of a sudden you get shot in the shoulder.
Shot right in the tuchus.
Yeah, I got shot in the ass.
It was a bullet, wasn't it?
It was a bullet right in the ass.
Jumped up, bit me right in the ass.
I mean, listen, we're healing with humor.
Healing with humor, that's right.
But the thing is that, again, what is the point of doing that? Why must you sit there and take another life because you are upset?
Because you're a douchebag.
You are. I mean, that's been in the news. Like, there's been like 3 separate shootings in the last 3 days. You realize that? Like mass shootings.
Say that one more time.
There has been 3 separate shootings in the past 3 or 4 days. Like mass shootings. And that's
too much, man.
Well,
part of me, the what's it called? The conspiracy theorist part of me is like, it's all a plot to take our guns. Because if we can't trust ourselves with them, then we'll be like, yeah, fuck yeah, take them. Our kids are killing each other.
Well, the thing is that there's people who are responsible gun owners, right?
Like me.
Yeah, and I am too, And then there's people who want to sit there and be chauvinistic about their guns, which is all fine and dandy. But
I guess.
Really, I mean, that's your own prerogative, but why?
Let's call it like it is. It's a douchey thing to do.
I mean, really, why do you want to pose with, what? Okay, so what? You're going to show how macho you are because you're posing with,
I got a gun.
Yeah, an M60 or, whatnot. I mean, come on.
Gun.
It's...
I'm so cool with my gun.
Right. I like my gun. I want my gun.
My gun.
And then that's the thing. It's like people want to get recognized for stuff like that. He wanted to have his, 15 minutes of
Some
fame.
people do. Yeah, some people do it for literally just for recognition. They want to get their names in the history books, and the only way they know that they're talentless and useless. So they're like, oh, the only way I can get my name in the book, stupid and crazy.
Yeah,
obviously.
And that's what he wanted to do. He wanted to put his name in history, and have this whole thing, criticized and TV-vised and stuff like that, and that way he can sit there and have fun and have his joy and all that jazz. And the sad thing is that he was afraid to go to jail because of the fact that he was afraid to go to jail.
Well, quit doing shit that gets you sent to jail, you fucking retard.
And that's the whole thing. It's like, what?
I guess you're not allowed to say that either. I apologize to the pygmies out there.
No, I mean, that's the truth. It's like, stop doing shit that doesn't get you to go to. I mean,
bro, I've been talking about this, and hear me out. I watch a lot of true crime. Did we talk about this last week? I watch a lot of true crime.
Okay, I don't think we did.
I
don't think we did.
And so I've been talking to a lot of people about this idea, and it's gonna ruffle some feathers, and I don't care. I think there shouldn't be this life in prison with no possibility of parole or habitual offenders that hit X amount of times, or because they're obviously not being rehabilitated, which is the point, right? They should just literally march straight out of the goddamn courtroom and get shot up with whatever it is they're using to kill people these days.
Oh yeah, exactly. I mean,
I think
that's
it's ridiculous that we pay for all these people that are not ever going to be part of our society again and shouldn't be for good reason, right? We shouldn't be paying for them with our taxes to live. They want more funding. Kill those people out and you won't be paying for them to live. Boom, more funding automatically
Right.
without us doing a damn thing.
Yeah.
Without us paying any more.
Mhm.
You're running out of space. Boom, a third of the population gone. Not to mention, if people, I've said this before, I know it. Back in the day, they used to cut people's hands off for stealing and stuff after, whatever. People stopped stealing because they knew the punishment was so large. If you knew that if you went to prison 3 times, they were going to kill you straight away, you would stop doing stupid shit.
I know I wouldn't go to
As a
prison.
society.
I wouldn't do anything at all. I mean,
Right. You would walk the line.
yeah. I mean, and that's the thing.
So then that cuts the population down even more. And so now all that funding that you're worried about or whatever is there and then some. And the space you're worried about is there and then some. Also, people stop going to, you have to refine some rules, like people going to jail for stupid shit would
Right.
stop. But ultimately,
Call from
we got a caller, right?
Osman.
Yeah, we do. From Osmond
Quick text,
Entertainment.
Press 1.
All right. Let's get her in. I'm sure she has
You are
something to say.
live. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. What's going on a Tuesday?
I want to comment on what you're talking about.
Fantastic. So which one are we? I mean, like on the shootings or on
Yeah. I'm
gun
like,
control
okay,
or what?
So, people are raised in really shitty ass, upbringings, which people blame all these problems on said that. Like, oh, poor kid shot up school because his mom was a meth dealer and he was homeless and, or some girl broke up with him. Anyway, it's just like a pussy way out, man, is to get mad and just go off on a whole bunch of people. So I'm with Matt, I think that, we should maybe have like some acreage or something, and the military men that have PTSD issues that are used to killing people, we should just let them run loose, you know what I mean? And just have their fun, right? And I
Well,
think that's justifiable.
And that's the thing. That's the thing. And Rich's any idea of how to deal with this situation is a great idea. But the problem is that other people like to throw out that's inhumane. That's
No, look at all of species. Okay,
Right.
You put a lion out, he's gonna go get his dinner. Obviously, these are the bad apples of what we like to call humankind. So I mean, it's a natural way of dealing with things. You're the slowest, you're the dumbest, and you're obviously not all there. So it's only correct that we,
Yeah.
devour you and take care of it.
well,
Exactly. No, I love you for this because it's exactly right. Do we want that kind of shit in our gene pool anyway?
not really.
Yeah.
No, I
Because all they're
mean,
doing
You
is
should not
all
be
they do
able
is
to
reproduce
breathe
it.
like that.
so I
All they do
mean,
is reproduce anyway, and then they can't take care of the kid because they're in and out of jail or they're druggies or they're fuck ups or whatever in some kind of way. And for what? And then we're just paying. They don't know how to pay bills, so they'd rather be in jail getting the 3 squares and not having to do bills in life. And
That's
it's
true.
like I'm paying for that, dude.
yeah. I mean,
I mean,
that's
going to jail is like a
Okay, 'cause
vacation.
you don't know how to-
You don't have to pay for shit.
Yeah, right.
yeah. I mean, I don't have to pay for shit.
I mean, you get out and you don't have
No.
shit, but
But no, you are
No, and
right.
that's
I
true,
mean,
too.
it's
I
The-
get that, and that's why I'm not saying straight away just kill them. I'm like, let's give them a chance. Let's see if the system can reform the way it's supposed to. And I'll bet you that'll make them look at the Reformation part of it a hell of a lot differently too, because it'll be more serious. It'll be like, because right now it's just this revolving door of like, oh, good, the more people we have in here, the more money we'll get in funding from the state. So it's more advantageous for them just to keep you there.
Yeah,
That's not
no,
reformation.
just
That's
send them
not
to
helping
the gauntlet,
anybody.
man, with all the military guys that, they're in bars, and dealing with little dickheads and assholes, and, they get sentenced, get arrested because they have quote unquote what's called anger issues. Give them,
Sure.
we don't take enough care of the people that protect us anyway, and we have those, we literally put the people that protect us on the streets or in jail, and we should just, basically create a gauntlet for all the dumb people to go to and see how tough they really are. You know what I mean?
Let's
That's
man up.
my
Do
opinion.
like a Hunger Games situation or something.
It's funny that
you
you.
would want me to be president. That's all I'm saying.
It's
you
funny
know?
that you say that because a
I'd
couple
vote for
months
you.
ago, right? I had came up with this idea of them developing a sort of like a gauntlet, if you will, and it's like a football field long, but you have different elements in there. Like you have to cross like an alligator pit full of alligators, somehow, and then you have to cross like some sort of firing line, and stuff like that. Just different elements. Now, but if you survive, you get your freedom. But if you
I
don't,
think the gauntlet should be like based off of like what the crime is. So you want to go and shoot up a school, and you guys say innocent kids, but these kids nowadays, they're vicious. Like they're evil. And
they
like,
are. They're a bunch of assholes.
and they could, but
Yeah.
then again, like our generation was grown up a hell of a lot tougher. You know what I mean? Like we
Yeah,
we
that's
didn't
true.
cry like little sissies. And if we did, we got our butts beat for it. So
That's true.
it's just,
Right.
I don't
It was a
really
different
see-
world.
It is a different
It's a
world
whole
now.
different world now. And well, I mean, they have infinite knowledge in their hands at any given time. So they're actually like they have the information, but I don't know that they're retaining it because they know that their brain is actually in their hand.
I
Right.
think it's more muscle memory because
Yeah, it's just I'll just Google it, I'll YouTube it. whatever.
Right.
I'll figure.
and they can sit there and I mean everybody that has an iPhone or a smartphone is guilty of this, but I can guarantee you they could probably pull up Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or whatever social media faster than they could anything else.
To pull not their own brain.
Well, that's true too. I mean, like they could sit there and like pull up their social media faster than what they could probably look up something else. You know what I'm saying?
No, for sure.
And that's the problem because everybody's looking down. I mean, it's gotten so bad in New York a couple of years ago.
I think the bigger problem there is that everybody's got an opinion and they just post it on the internet, and however popular they are with said person
Exactly,
that's
yeah,
just looking down into
yeah.
social media to find an answer.
They want their
they're gonna believe
15
that
minutes
answer over
of-
the real one.
Right. They want their 15 minutes of fame.
Well, sure. I just mean that they're not necessarily regurgitating or looking up and finding the right answers to things. They're just looking up an answer,
Mhm.
and it maybe is politically charged in that, like, I happen to like this YouTuber, so whatever they say is gospel
Right.
kind of a thing.
I got you.
And not that that's actually like researched at all. They might not know anything about what they're talking about.
Mhm.
But you're eating it up because you're a fan,
Right.
kind of a thing.
Right. Christina, thank you so much. I appreciate it. We got to go. We got about 8 minutes left. So
You guys have a good night.
thank you so much. Check her out, Christina Osment. Go to all the social medias. You'll find her on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. She does all kinds of interviews with different rock celebrities in the rock and roll world. So,
Ooh, stick around, Kate. I actually met somebody
oh really?
yesterday.
Nice.
That was a lot of fun.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
I will keep you guys on. You guys have a good night.
All right. You too. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Give us a call. 863. Oops, wrong number. 813-922-8624 is the number to call in. 813-922-8624. It's up there on the live screen. So you can see it up there and call in and chime in. That's what we like to have. We like to have that back and forth with different people.
Yeah, that was good. That was good. And she had something to contribute to what we were talking about.
Yeah.
And we got to have a conversation. I like it. That's
Exactly.
what we
That's
want.
the way it's supposed to be. That's
If you happen to agree, you don't have to agree.
Nobody's going to
Like,
agree.
if you want to call in and tell us that we're retarded, I welcome it. Please do.
I mean, listen, nobody is going to agree. It's really, I mean, most hosts will sit there and say, it's not about your opinion, it's about mine, But to me, it's like, okay. I mean, I want to listen to what you have to say, but be ready for, feedback, if you will.
Oh, I'm not saying we won't fire back at all. I'm not saying that at all. But I mean, what I'm saying is like she happened to agree. We're not necessarily looking for you to agree. If you think that that's what we're after, we'll still keep you in the recording. We want to hear it. We want the drama too. It's fine.
Yeah, we like the drama. She also says,
You like the drama. I don't know.
What? Who? I mean, I don't mind the drama. Yeah, bring the drama in. I mean, come on. I mean, if you want to listen, I have had throughout the years of doing radio, I have had many people call in, and I mean, not really many people, but like a couple people have been really nasty, and they've called in and said that my voice is horrible and I should get off the radio and stuff like that.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, you get that all the time,
I mean,
so,
your voice is kind of annoying.
I appreciate that. I mean, hopefully with the board, it sounds a little bit more, James Earl Jonesy,
Oh, jeez. That was your attempt at James Earl Jones, eh?
Sorry, my bad. I try. He's like, what, I think, was it 92 or something like that now? James Earl Jones? Something like that.
To be honest, I thought he had passed.
No, really? Wow.
I don't keep up with stuff like this,
I don't either. I just get informed. When I wake up.
I'm going to tell you right now. Go ahead and make sure you're sitting.
Yes, I'm sitting. Go ahead.
I think he's passed away.
James? No, he just had a birthday.
He had. They might have posted like he would have been this old.
Let me look it up. Let me check out the IMDb on that one.
I could be way wrong.
Let me check. Let me fact check you, buddy.
James Earl Jones.
With the voice of. Could you imagine if that was your dad? With that voice.
If my dad talked like this.
Yeah.
Time.
Boy, what are you doing in school?
You get your ass over here. I'm Mufasa.
Everything the X-ray touches is yours.
I'm Darth Vader. I'm Mufasa.
No, he's not. No, he's not dead yet. He was
Oh.
born in 1931.
All right, I was proven wrong. James Earl Jones, happy birthday, buddy. I'm glad you're still kicking.
Yeah,
Thank
man.
you, talking like this.
Thank you, my boy.
As long as you can.
Yeah, he's. He told Disney when they were remaking the character for Darth Vader that you can only use my voice just for Darth Vader. That's it.
Good. What else would they use it for?
Well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe maybe they could use it for different things. I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's was just been reporting, So
James Earl Jones.
I mean, that'd be cool to have, like maybe as a teacher or professor. I mean, just imagine
It'd be cool to have around you. Period.
Yeah, I mean, just imagine the sound bites you can get from him.
Not even just that. Like, he seems like a really cool dude.
Oh,
and
yeah.
He seems really genuine. I mean, obviously, I only get to see what I'm allowed to see, but I don't know. I get good vibes from that motherfucker.
Yeah, that guy is really cool.
He
I
talks
mean,
like this. And you trust everybody that talks like this.
Trust me on this one. I don't know.
You gotta drop your diaphragm down.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I could put like really full bass on this. Let's say like trust. No, I don't want to do that.
No.
Yeah, Yeah, I can't.
Let's just stop. that
Let's just
experiment.
stop right there. I can't really do the James Earl Jones voice. I'm sorry. You know,
It's okay.
I try.
We're disappointed in you, but we'll live.
Wow, thanks. Appreciate it. Have a good day.
I mean, you were just making your voice shittier, so it's fine. It's fine. Just stick with it like this, you know.
Of course. Because I got high. That's
Oh
why.
shit.
That's
Oh,
why.
I'm about to. I'm sipping on a Yangling tonight. What are you doing?
I'm just sitting here sipping on the water because I got a lot of things going on right now. I got
Oh, you're lame.
no, I got like four different.
The beer.
I got 4 different screens going on. I got recordings going on.
What's the beer, son?
Yeah, oh, I'm sorry, my bad.
Learn how to touch your buttons.
I was just bullshitting. And you know this, man.
That's my excuse.
That was Tucker.
Yeah, that's Chris Tucker.
I was just bullshitting. And you know this, man.
Man, you know this, man.
Oh,
You got knocked the fuck out.
you got knocked the fuck out, biatch. Bow wow. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we are going to kind of talk a little bit more about these shootings and try to, I don't know, unless we want to talk about something else, I guess.
Oh, I did meet somebody yesterday.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
pretty
we got that.
interesting.
We got that to go for.
Oh.
Stay tuned to the break. We're going to take like an 8-minute break, and then we'll be back.
There will be music.
There'll be music. There'll be an Apocalypse Ned.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, on the way.
We'll be dancing.
That was from a blast from the past. Apocalypse Ned. Don't go away. Social Reload Show. Be back in a minute.
Time once again for Apocalypse Ned.
This is the end, beautiful friend.
After 6 months on the front line, me and some of the boys from my platoon had finally finagled a couple of days of R&R. We started off at some restaurant named Nips and Chips, where we dined on some barbecued panda bear and washed it down with some Vietnamese beer that tasted suspiciously like tiger piss. Then we hit the red light district in Saigon. After about an hour of looking at the ugliest whores in Southeast Asia, we decided we better get high so our standards would come down. We went in a back alley where before we shot up, we played a little game where we see who can find the dirtiest needle to shoot up with. As usual, I won hands down when I injected myself with 20 cc's of morphine using only a rusty piece of baling wire. We went back on the streets looking for some Saigon sluts. We picked up a couple of cuties, paid them $17, and they took us back to their room. I proceeded to get down to business with some furious tongue kissing and breast fondling.
Ooh, Private Ned.
Then we ripped off our clothes, and lo and behold, I had picked up a dink with a dick. Now, after 6 months of firefights and sloshing around in rice paddies, the last thing I wanted to see was some slant-eyed she-male with a Hanoi hot dog. So I took out my pistol and proceeded to give him, or her, or she, he, it, a .45 caliber castration. Then I went in the next room to get with the other girl. My two buddies were finishing up, and I told her I didn't want sloppy seconds, so we were gonna have to go back door. She shouted something that sounded like no. But I didn't speak very good Vietnamese, and no sounded a lot like yes to me, so I proceeded to lubricate myself. Unfortunately, instead of the KY, I grabbed a jar of napalm that I was taking home for a souvenir. Once I got my stroke going, that napalm ignited and my crotch went up like dry kindling. Needless to say, that was the worst R&R I ever had. I went back to my platoon with blue balls and a blackened penis. However, I did receive a Purple Heart, and I'm still petitioning Congress to add those two prostitutes to my number of kills. later.
I was just coasting, never really going anywhere. Caught up in a web, I was getting kinda used to staying there. And out of the blue, I fell for you. And now you're lifting me up instead of holding me down, stealing my heart instead of stealing my crown, untangling all the strings from my wings that were tied. I ride it down a dead end street, faster than the wind, passionate as sin, ending so suddenly. Loving him is like trying to change your mind once you're already.
Ladies and gentlemen, the story you're about to see is true. The names have been changed to protect the innocent.
Thank you all very much. You've been great tonight. We had a good time with you. I hope you had a good time too. He wakes up in the morning, down the street by to eat, and he's rolling. Never changes a thing. The week ends, the week begins, shaping. So we look at each other, wondering what the other is thinking, but we never say a thing. And these crimes between us grow deeper. Take these chances, place them in the box until a quieter time lights down you up and I. Goes to visit his mommy, she feeds him while his concerns he forgets them and remembers being small, playing under the table and dreaming. Take these chances, place them in a box until a quieter time lights down you up and I. Driving along this highway, all these cars end up on the sidewalk, people in every direction. No words exchanged, no time to exchange when all the little answer might say red and black and tan are waving. We all do it the same. We all do it the same way. same thing, the thoughts of a sweet tooth, the torture, the way to last program, a crowd saying the corners of loose end. Cut, cut, cut.
Bulls Radio Lounge. How are you? What's going on?
Oh yeah.
How's everybody doing?
There's someone I used to see, but she don't.
Matt on the other end of the.
She don't give a damn for me.
Who? I do.
But let me get to the point.
Let's roll another joint.
And turn the radio to loud. I'm too alone to be proud. And you don't know how it feels. You don't know how it feels.
Tom Petty. Woo! That was a good song back in the day.
It was a song.
He's still alive, isn't he?
I don't know actually. I'm gun shy because of James Earl Jones.
You're gun shy?
Yeah, because I was wrong about James Earl Jones.
Huh?
Because I was wrong about James Earl Jones just a minute ago.
Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. It's okay. Well, hey, listen, it's okay. Well, Darth Vader will not sit there and attack you. Okay.
I don't even know how to take you at the time.
Don't take me in. Just take. Yeah. That's all you got to do. Just sit there and enjoy your glass of whatever you're drinking. Yingling. That's a good drink. Yingling.
Damn right.
Damn right, that's a good drink. So you said you met a celebrity.
I mean, I always meet celebrities. But
Right.
I met kind of a cool one, and we probably should have teased it in actually with the intro song there. But that's fine.
It's okay. I mean, it's all right. You. Anyways, who was
we
the
know
guy?
for Dean Guitars? Yeah.
Dean Guitars, yes, the guy who.
Guitars. We build guitars for people. Probably the person that made us the most famous was Dimebag Darrell from Pantera.
Okay.
Who is dead.
He
was killed on stage.
Ouch.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Was a big deal. Anyway, so we have artists all the time. There's one coming up that I'm not allowed to talk about.
Okay.
But we'll soon be, I think as of a couple weeks on stage, I'll be able to talk about it. Because he'll be on stage with our guitars and playing, so I'm not allowed to talk about who that one is. But but the one that came through yesterday is so famous, people pay to see him, and I didn't have to. He just came in and shot the shit with us.
Yeah. So they pay to see him.
Yeah, he's that famous.
Wow.
It's somebody that I mean, and the fan following is like cult fan like status. Like they're if you're a fan of this band, you're effing fan, and you let everybody know, and when they're mentioned, you hoot and holler and exclaim how much you love them.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay, I didn't know that.
So have you ever heard of the band Slayer?
Yes. Now.
So see, that's how famous they are. Even you've heard of them.
If you're talking about individual people, like lead singer.
No, of course not.
I
wouldn't expect you to know that.
Yeah, but yes, I've heard.
You barely know bands, so
Okay, yeah. I mean, I know their songs, but I don't know them by names unless I actually look at them, by the names. But Slayer, yes, I do know the name, and I have heard a couple of songs in the past.
Sure. So the lead guitar player came through and was just shooting the shit with us, and he's a very, very famous guy. His name is Kerry King.
Kerry King.
Yes, sir.
Is that his actual name, or is that his stage
That's his name. Yeah, look him up.
Okay, I don't know if that was his stage name.
Yeah, look him up. That's his name.
Okay, all right. That's what I was wondering, because a lot of people they come up with these weird stage names, and it's like
yeah. So, which is fine, whether it was a stage name or not. That's how you would find him.
Okay.
So
yeah.
That's what I would look up. But yeah, so he's pretty crazy guy. we all kind of went out drinking with them last night.
Oh, nice. Okay. All right.
You know, which again is pretty effing crazy because you know the band is so fucking famous.
That's awesome. Was there like
a nobody like me?
A nobody.
But yeah, so that was pretty cool.
Now, was he have like sort of an entourage with him, or was there like paparazzi around?
Band. It was like the band, the manager, you know, some of us from Dean.
Okay.
You know, we're chilling. You know, just yeah. I mean,
Okay.
I don't know what you mean by entourage. There wasn't like
you know, a security guard,
bodyguards, and stuff like that.
Yeah, like most you know rock people would have. You know, they'd have like these big giant, you know, bodyguard people and you know stuff like that. You know,
right?
Does that make sense?
So they're not a band anymore.
Oh, okay, all right.
This is from the days of old when metal was still being formed, and they're known as like thrash actually.
Thrash.
Look them up. Put them up there for the listeners that don't have any clue what I'm talking about.
All right, I'll give a peek see and let them on the inside of what's going on.
I mean, yeah, it's 5-minute conversation. Just go ahead and do it.
Well, I was actually programming for the next block, buddy.
Oh my goodness.
Come on, man. I got a lot of things I got to do back here, and I'm trying to.
All right, Mr. Overworked and underappreciated.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what it is. Slayer. Let's see.
No, just put Kerry King.
Kerry King, gotcha. We'll put Kerry King in there. Let's see.
Kerry. Yeah, there you go. First one that came up.
I got you. Easy. Hold on.
You didn't finish. You didn't have to finish typing.
All right, right there. Kerry King. Hold on. Let me put this guy.
So it's actually it's a sore subject about the band. Like if you when you're talking to them, you don't really bring up the Slayer thing anymore because the lead singer broke up with them via the manager.
Okay.
Like broke the band up via managers. Like, oh yeah, we're not going on. That was our last tour. Like at the end of a tour, and was like, and like just won't. So there's like kind of like a feud going on.
Oh really?
Yeah, a little bit.
That's not good to have. I mean, it's total. I mean, I get the animosity because when I was at Busch Gardens one time, there was you know Hall & Oates, right? I mean, everybody knows Hall & Oates. If you know, but anyways,
But them calls.
Huh?
Of course.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear you, but I'm sorry. My bad. So, by the way, this is Kerry King from Slayer. Right over here, this guy, and right down here. Boy, that's a big old boy. Holy crap. That's a huge boy.
He's not though.
He's not as big as what the pictures look like?
No, so you know how really famous people just look larger than life?
Okay, yeah.
This is very, very much like that.
Oh, okay. So how tall is he really though?
You and I tower over him.
Oh, no kidding, really?
Like in a big way.
Now, is it harder to play those guitars that look like have a little angle on them like that?
No.
No, okay. I've always wondered that.
I will say this though. So these are our guitars that you're looking at, by the way.
Okay.
Well, some of them. It looks like a couple of them were Washburns, but yeah. So, or not, maybe not Washburn. I'm not sure what the other brand is, but anyway, they're not harder to play because you're going to be standing while you're playing them.
Right, of course.
But for like me at work, I have a guitar bench and stuff like that with tools and all this stuff. So what does kind of become a pain in the ass is trying to work on them, and you've got this big ass body with all these spikes and stuff, and you're trying to break any of the spikes, and you're trying to work on it, and your table sits over like above your waistline, so big ass body with its, think about the 2 points as like legs, and you really only have access to the bottom half of the guitar. If you need to do anything up at the head of it or whatever, you got to like find a new position for it. So all that stuff becomes kind of a pain in the ass. when you're working on them. But as far as like playing them, no, they feel fast. They feel shreddy. You know, like
Right.
that's a word that I can use. Like they
Shreddy?
feel fast is a good word.
Okay. But it's really, I mean, the guitars I'm looking through is simply amazing. Just the shape of them and stuff like that. Now I have seen some rock players that have like these long guitar shoulder straps, you know, and they go down to like their thigh.
Yeah, and they're playing it down at their dick.
Yeah, and I'm like, come on. I mean,
So that looks cool, but it hurts your back so much.
I figured that. Yeah.
But metal people like to do it because they get to hunch over and kind of play and
with their hair, long hair being
and
over
play
their
their
face.
their hair long, and it's really more about the aesthetic than it is about playability.
That's what I figured too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually easier to play, and it's easier to shred with it up kind of high, because you have access to like all the high notes and all this stuff, you know, which is kind of required for shredding.
And shredding is the term that you use when
Shredding is like soloing, like real fast play, and
oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah.
That's because I'm not
metal, and now so they're what's considered, like I said, thrash metal, which is different even than what you would expect. It's really fast, like they're just playing really fast, choppy riffs.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah, but kind of like Metallica. Metallica's kind of like a watered down version of Slayer.
Is Metallica still like? Are they still performing? Are they still?
Yes.
Are they really? Okay, I thought maybe they
shouldn't be,
retired.
but they are.
Yeah, because they were kind of big in the 80s and the 90s. I mean, they were like huge, you know.
Oh, they're still huge.
Are
That's
they
the
still?
thing.
Okay.
Metallica really did a really good job about branding themselves and becoming like what's known in the rock world. Like if you're not in the rock world, if you're just like somebody that say listens to hip hop or whatever, you'll still have heard of Metallica, and you'll associate that sound with rock in general.
That is true. Yeah.
Good job at that, I would say, at branding themselves and making themselves known.
Yeah, I mean that's true too, because I mean I know again Metallica, but I don't know specifically their music, you know.
Sure.
I guess one of them will probably be the most classic one. Excuse me, that what was it? The one where he's like sort of saying the Lord's Prayer.
Oh yeah, that's
You know what I'm talking about?
yeah, it's
Hush,
from the
little
Bible.
baby, don't know?
I can't think of the name of it right now, but yeah.
But yeah, that's one of the ones, the more popular ones.
That was the first song I ever heard by Metallica when I was like fucking 6 years old.
Did you really? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's
I remember it to this day.
really, boy, you've got a really good memory.
About things I like.
I mean, it's hard for me to remember anything, let alone my name and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's true. I do have to remind them a lot.
It's like, what's your name? I have no idea.
I have no idea.
You know, good thing I'm not like that, 10-second Tom type guy, where it's like he only remembers 10 seconds of things.
Oh,
and that's it.
Hi, my name's Tom.
Yeah. Hi, my name's Tom. Hey, what's going on? Hi.
Hi.
Boy, that'd get so annoying. I'd be like, all right, Tom, that's great.
My name is Tom. We know.
Yeah, we got it, buddy. Shut up.
Ah!
Somebody get him a sandwich. No, make me a sandwich.
Make him a sandwich.
But, no, I'm getting better at trying to remember things, I think.
You're getting better at remembering stuff. Sure.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't
remember that one time you almost remembered everything.
There was a time where I, like, when I was at the BRN, Bubba would ask me, who would be, who'd we have in like last week, and I would name off the guests, and he's like, how would you remember that? Well, I mean, I don't know, I just remember what happened, from week to week, so I named off like 3 weeks worth of guests we had on the air, which kind of surprised me, but nowadays I couldn't do it. I really think that the surgery kind of screwed up my mind. I think they implanted.
You were fucked up before that, my friend.
Oh man, I have to give you a little. Wow, yeah, for that one. Sorry, you know.
You love it.
Yeah, that was kind of over. Yeah, I know, over the top. But no, it's I don't know. It's MRIs come up with something. I mean, there's gears are winding around in there somewhere, rattling around in that
Rambled some of your
dome of a skull. But no, it's remembering things is getting a little bit more difficult than one can imagine. So it's a little bit harder to get things done. So the guy, the Slayer guy, was he a pretty cool guy? Was like when you went out, was he like kind of how do you call it? Like cool to talk to, that type of guy, or was he, sort of nose up in the air, like you're beneath me type of thing?
Yeah. So I'm gonna say it like this.
Here we go.
Cool guy.
He's a pretty cool guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Real cool guy.
Real cool guy. Gotcha. Did he talk to you at all?
Yeah. He was hanging out, shooting the shit. No problem.
Like conversation wise?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna say he was a man of few words though.
Was that normal for him?
You had to talk to him and make him respond. He wasn't really initiating.
Oh, really?
Much.
Was he the uninitiated?
Sure.
So now you have to initiate him.
Yeah, you just gotta kind of be like, "Yo, bro."
Break the ice.
He's like, "Hey."
Hey.
And you're like, "Hey, so I really like that work you did on that Beastie Boys song." And he's like, "Thanks."
The hell are you talking about?
He chuckled. So that's actually something I learned today. Not only is he in Slayer, but he worked with the Slayer as a band. Worked with Rick Rubin, who's a famous, like world famous producer.
Right.
Beastie Boys also worked with them. So when they did that, "You Gotta Fight for Your Right to Party" song, there's guitar going in the background.
Yes.
He's playing.
Oh, is he really?
Terry King's the one playing the guitar in the background, and then there's like that little solo section in the song.
Yes.
That's Terry King as well.
Oh, wow.
Okay. So yeah, one of the jokes was, if he asks you what your favorite song is, tell him it's that solo he did in Beastie Boys, "Fight for Your Right to Party."
Did that work for you? Did you play that?
Nobody did it. We all just chuckled to the side about that. Nobody had the cojones.
No.
No, it seems not.
You could sit there and go, "Look, bitch."
Honestly, I would have done it if he would have come up and asked me what my favorite song was. I would have done that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but it's like "Rain of Fire" is probably my favorite, really. But I really don't like. They're not. I can't even say that I listen to them all that often, to be honest with you. The Slayer happened before me.
Mm-hmm.
I got to reap the benefits of what they inspired.
True.
But like I said, it's really cool because of how uber famous they are and he is and all that stuff. To be able to shoot the shit with them and whatever.
And that's still cool, though. I mean, just to sit there and go, "Hey, man, I'm out at dinner with the guy who played in Slayer." That's something.
Exactly.
That's something to be cool, proud about, because a lot of people would sit there and like, "Hey, man, let me get your autograph," blah blah blah, yada yada yada.
No, that's not me. I'm not.
Oh yeah. No. Speaking of,
which they appreciate, by the way. Famous people don't want to be reminded over and over and over again. Like, they just want to be normal too. Like, there's times where their ego gets stroked when they're famous and that kind of stuff happens. But there's a time and a place for that. And walking around trying to shoot shit or having a drink with some boys after, hanging out at the Dean factory or whatever, like, that's not the time. You don't be doing that shit. They're just trying to be normal.
Now, is that, like, coming to the Dean factory, is that like a really, really big thing for them?
Well, you gotta schedule a tour. I mean, obviously not if you're one of our signature artists or whatever. Like then we're just like, oh shit, so and so's here or whatever.
So they just can't show up whenever they want to.
If they're a signature artist, we welcome it, of course.
Oh, okay.
But if it's like somebody that's trying to tour, like you, if you just wanted to be like, I want to go see how the guitars are built, then you could schedule a tour and come through.
Oh, okay. I got you.
There's somebody that walks you around and shows you like the different departments and what they do and all this stuff. And if you're like an investor, like Guitar Center or Sam Ash or Sweetwater is an online seller distributor. They'll come through and they have a different, like a sales guy kind of a person that's walking them through and
like a rep type of thing,
doing the same thing, doing a tour,
right?
But with the idea that they're going to be investing money in some kind of a way, getting our products in their stores and that kind of stuff.
I got you. Yeah. So like a rep comes in and
yeah, like one of their reps will come in and then our rep will deal with them, kind of a thing, and walk them through and treat them like family and all that.
Right. It's kind of like when I was at Rooms to Go, right? The warehouse was sort of the sort of display for the furniture sets,
Right,
so,
of course.
And then you'd get like different people, different buyers, I guess, from different areas, and they would buy so much furniture, for their store and whatnot, and that's how they would see it all set up and lights and stuff like that. So I get what you're trying to say. By the way, give us a call. 813-922-8624 is the number to call in live if you want to talk into the show. We want to talk to Christina Osmond from Osmond Entertainment. She called in to weigh in on the shootings. So just give us a call. 813-922-8624. The phone lines are open to call in. So speaking of celebrities, right? I have up on the screen probably the one that I didn't really realize, like, she's been out of Hollywood for 20 years, okay? She did Olive Oil and Popeyes, right? She did,
right.
She did a couple of other different movies, but I think Popeye, or actually The Shining, is the one that she's the most popular, known for. She was Jack Nicholson's wife in the movie. She had a lot of different... Jack
Nicholson was in Popeye?
No, he was in The Shining.
The Shining, right.
Yeah, she was in The Shining.
That was the wife in The Shining. You're right.
Yes.
I remember her in Popeye.
Her name is Shelley Duvall, right? Now, she's a wonderful actress. She's played in many different films. I saw her on a YouTube video the other day, and I'm like, oh, wow. She didn't... something happened. I mean, really happened.
I mean, people age, bud. You don't look the same.
No, I don't. And you're right. Most people, do age differently.
She just looks like she's aged. I mean, she's gotten bigger, like as far as like she got saggy skin and such. But
I don't know. I was very taken back because I actually didn't even think that I thought it was a YouTuber just playing a trick about because in the video I saw her like with a bunch of food and drinks in the passenger side, like she's been traveling for a long time. So she's coming out with a new movie here in 2023. But yeah, I was just surprised.
Coming out with a new movie?
Yeah, it didn't look like her. Like she's playing the mom in this new movie. But it didn't look like her. That's why I thought it was a prank. I was like, this doesn't look like, Shelley Duvall, the one that I remember in the, many years ago,
You used to jerk it too.
Yeah, used to jizz or
I was teasing.
So yeah, that's what I was sort of wondering. I was like, it's almost like the guy from Star Wars,
Who? James Earl Jones?
No, not James Earl. See, James Earl Jones looks the same. He looks the same as when he did, 20 years ago.
Don't crack, baby.
No, the guy who played Luke Skywalker. Mark Hamill. Thank you, Chewy Rocks from the other
same?
side of the. I'm sorry.
You don't think so?
No. Mark Hamill. Oh no, he didn't age very well either.
He was the cock knocker in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. No, he looks more like a pedophile.
Mark Hamill, actress. Still comes up.
Actor. Sorry, my bad. Actor. See, look at him right there.
I think he looks the same.
No, he looks very wrinkled, aged.
Looks amazing.
Amazing for a pedophile.
I hope I look that good when I'm 100.
I don't know. When I turn 100, I don't want to be.
You don't want to be alive.
I don't know. Would you want to be 100? Like 100?
If somebody's like changing my diapers and bathing me with sponges, no.
Bring in the royal bathers.
If I'm up and walking around and shooting the shit and tossing back Jameson, hell yeah.
You're good to go, aren't you?
I'm alive as long as that shit's happening.
That's true. I don't know. I don't know if.
Damn, I just burnt the fuck out of my tongue, dude. Ouch.
Oh man, were you smizz pipe is?
Yeah, I hit a little dab there.
Oh.
Now my tongue's on fire.
But I don't know if I lived to 100, that'd be awesome. I'd be kind of cross between in a wheelchair. I'd probably want one of those electric wheelchairs. Like not like the cheap ones you see on the back of cars. Like I want the ones that are like can raise up and down the seats and go
climb
forward.
stairs.
Yeah, climb stairs, like,
Hell yeah.
has afterburners on it and stuff like that.
There's button.
By the way, I saw the new Tom Cruise movie today.
Which one's that?
The new what's it called? Top Gun.
Maverick?
Yeah, Maverick. Top Gun Maverick.
What do you think? I've heard good things.
Have you seen it before?
I've not seen it. No.
You've never seen it? Okay.
I saw the original one way back when.
Oh, so it's kind of like that, just at a newer version.
That's what I heard. I heard it was just kind of like a new take on the.
Yeah, there was a lot of homages, I guess, to the original Top Gun. Like for example, they recreated the scene of them playing volleyball, but instead of volleyball, it's like football. And Tom Cruise called it something else. And they're all, all the guys with their shirts off on the beach, and the girl was
kind of movie.
playing with the boys. That's the soundtrack.
Playing with the boys.
So then you've got just a bunch of different points, and then they sort of added a plot to it, which sort of and the climax of the whole thing is obviously Tom Cruise gets shot down, and then Goose's son.
No spoilers, bro.
Listen, if you haven't seen it by now, then I don't know what's going on.
Maybe we're waiting.
But I do have to say,
Netflix, bro.
I do have to say the POV views of the aircraft as Tom Cruise is flying left, right, back and forth. You know what I mean? And you hear all the throttle stick being thrown in the full throttle and back and forth and stuff like that. That is really, really like the sound. I'm like, I wish I would have seen that part in full screen, because like in a theater, because that would have been really cool to see, just the POV of just watching that. So when you see that, you'll know what I'm talking about.
Well, now I don't want to see it. You already ruined it.
I didn't ruin anything. You'll still see it if you want to.
You told me all about the joystick flopping. And
no, that was just one of two things that I pulled out of the hat.
Come down on. And
Oh my! You realize there's a big dinosaur that comes out in Jurassic Park, right? It's a T-Rex.
No.
Damn it! I thought you saw that one too.
For me.
Sorry, Jurassic Park 1. Big. It's a.
You had one job.
It's a big goddamn dinosaur. It's a big T-Rex. It eats a lawyer. You can't sit there and realize that. I mean, come on. There's.
I mean, obviously they took blood and DNA from a mosquito that was wrapped in some amber or something.
Did you realize that there was a?
I mean that's a given. But now to tell me that T-Rex is terrorizing people all of a sudden,
yeah,
ruins the whole movie.
We are going to need a bigger boat because even the shark from Jaws eats people, and it gets destroyed 3 times.
Are you fucking kidding me right now?
Nah, dude. Listen.
Are you fucking kidding me right
now?
now?
I was thinking about.
You ruined another one.
So,
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
we are going to need a bigger boat. Thank you, Brody.
Who the fuck is Brody?
Brody is the sheriff of the town that the shark is eating people at.
Oh my God! You've ruined another movie.
Hello. Yes. Hello. Come on, keep up with the picture, buddy.
Hello.
Come on. Yeah, I know.
Hello.
So yeah, Tom Cruise and the Maverick. With Top Gun, it's a good film. I have to say, it's a really good film. It probably be really good in an IMAX theater. By the way, let me ask you something.
Okay.
I know you don't go to a whole lot of movies, but what do you?
I sure don't, Jim.
Yeah, but what have you ever been to an IMAX theater one?
I actually have.
Okay, now what do you think about that?
I absolutely hated it.
Okay, all right.
Here's why.
All right.
It was Superman.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to remember which one. Probably came out around 2002 or 3.
The newest one, right?
I couldn't even tell you. That's why I'm telling you the year.
All right.
So it was that one, whichever one that one is.
Uh-huh.
And I took my girlfriend at the time, and it was like a date night, and we do this thing, and we sit down in the chairs. I'm like, this is gonna be so cool, and she's super excited. And then we watch the movie, and then we get up to leave, and our heads hurt, our necks hurt. Here was the problem. It was so much action.
Yeah.
And the screen was so big, because it's all around you, kind of a thing.
Right.
That your head was constantly, and you're already kind of tilted up when you're looking at this thing, just because of the way it's shaped and whatever. So you're already tilting up, and now you're looking back and forth, right and left, up and down,
okay.
up and down,
Yeah.
left and right, to get this whole image, basically, just trying to watch this movie. And then you leave, and all this action and fast shots and fast cuts and looking left and right and up and down and all around and whatever. We get up and it's just disorienting. Like your head hurts like headache style. Your neck hurts like neck ache style.
Making up a song about Coraline.
My bad.
I don't know what that is, but yeah, it's just it was not a fun experience. Now I've done things like this back in school. They would take you over to Mosey or whatever, and you go in the IMAX, and they push you. Basically, you're basically like on a helicopter going through these glaciers and stuff in Antarctica.
Oh yeah, I've seen that too.
And that shit is cool as fuck. Like it's the perfect, appropriate setting for that kind of a video. Because all you really need to know is that you're being surrounded by ice right now, and the focal point is still in the center. You know what I mean? You can kind of like look around, but it's not like I have to look to the right now, and I've got to jerk my head that way to get there because it's happening so quickly. Like, it was jarring. Watching an action movie in IMAX was jarring.
Yeah, I've had the same experience with IMAX. I'm trying to think of the movie. Transformers was a movie.
Oh, that one must have been the same kind of thing.
The really big difference is I saw it at True Rocks and we saw it at the Mosey IMAX Theater when it came out, right? And I'm like, all right, cool, this would be great. I've seen it at NASA and stuff like that, been on IMAX for many years.
Right.
So I know what to expect.
Right.
And quickly before we leave for break, but the thing is that they would play a little bit in regular film, and then some of it was in IMAX. And it drove me nuts because it's like small and then big, and then small and then big. And I'm like, oh my God, please pick which format you're going to do, you know?
Yeah, just bend me over and fuck me. If that's
Yeah,
the plan.
I mean,
What is
that's
going on?
really, it was driving me nuts.
Pick a position and fuck me.
Exactly. I mean, listen, guys, I appreciate the whole, jibber
Yeah, the
jabber.
reach around action, but I'm over it. Let's
Yeah,
go.
I mean, come on, let's get out of here. I mean, that's the whole thing, So let's do this. Let's take a break. When we come back, let me fast forward to the song that I had. Damn it, I had a song all queued up, and it's
You're doing great.
There we go. Little Beastie Boys for you. So when we come back, we're going to close out the show with our last segment. Maybe get some more callers. 813-922-8624 is the phone to call in. Give us a ring, ting, ting. Don't go away. Back in a minute.
Keep it going full steam. Too sweet to be sour, too nice to be me. When on the tough guy style, I'm not too keen. Try to change the world, I'm a plotting scheme. Mario C likes to keep it clean. Wanna shine like gay so deep. Keep on rapping 'cause that's my dream. Hit more deep for sticking to me. Yeah, when it comes to envy, all is green. Jealous of the rhyme and the rhyme routine. Another dimension, new galaxy. Intergalactic planetary. You won't school hip-hop.
Apocalypse, Ned.
This is the end, beautiful friend.
It was the summer of '69, and I was just starting my second tour of duty when I was unexpectedly given a 3-day pass. It seems it was time for the annual Army versus Marines soccer game. And since I had scored 6 goals the year before, the big brass wanted me to lead my fellow soldiers to victory once again over the hated Jarheads. Well, come game time, me and 10 of the best U.S. Army soccer players whose legs hadn't been blown off took the field against the dreaded Grunch. Only one problem. After the first kick, our beat-up old soccer ball exploded like a 60mm mortar shell. With no ball, the commanding officers decided the game would be canceled. I intervened.
Corporal, that needs 10 minutes to get a new ball, sirs.
And with that, I took off into the jungle. Several minutes later, I returned with the severed head of a North Vietnamese POW. "Play ball," the general shouted. And play ball we did. By halftime, both sides were down to 6 players a side. Most of the injured having broken their feet while kicking the severed head. I, on the other hand, had figured out that by dribbling the head on the soft, fleshy nose and mouth portions of its face, could control it quite nicely. Still, the score was 0-0 with less than a minute to play. In desperation, I set off a grenade as a diversion, then took off for the opposing goal. It was 1-on-1, just me and the goalie. 20 yards out, I blasted a banana kick towards the upper right-hand corner, shattering all 5 of my toes. The ball, or head, screamed toward the goal. The goalie got a piece of it. Literally, the scalp came off in one of his hands, but the rest of the head floated into the back of the net. Army 1, Marines, zip. For the moment, I was the hero. But later that month, I was discharged for using a South Vietnamese woman's uterus for a football. Net.
We coming at you.
About Coraline. She's a peach, she's a doll, she's a pal of mine. She's as cute as a button in the eyes of.
Yo, VIP. Let's kick it.
Ice, ice, baby. Ice, ice, baby.
Alright, stop, collaborate and listen. Ice is back with my brand new invention. Something grabs a hold of me tightly, flow like a harpoon daily and nightly.
Will it ever stop?
Yo, I don't know. Turn off the lights and I'll glow. To the extreme, I rock a mic like a vandal. Light up a stage and wax a chump like a candle. Dance, crush a speaker that booms. I'm killing your brain like a poisonous mushroom. Deadly, when I play a dope melody. Anything less than the best is a felony. Love it or leave it, you better gain weight. You better hit bullseye, the kid don't play. If there was a problem, yo, I'll solve it. Check out the hook while my DJ revolves it.
Ice, ice, baby.
Bulls Radio Lounge. How's everybody doing tonight? Our last segment. Social Reload Show. 813-922-8624 is the number to call in. If you want to chime in on anything that we talked about tonight, we'd love to hear you. Matt the Savior on the end of the satellite. Woo! Remember Vanilla Ice?
Oh, I love this song. I'm dancing over here.
Are you really?
No, I just drove, I kept on. Pursuing to the next stop.
He used to do a home makeover show.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I can't remember what it was called, but it was some sort of Vanilla Ice home remodeling. But he bought a lot of expensive stuff. Like it was, like a chandelier was like $4,000, you know, that he get from a company. So it was a lot of, a lot of different stuff. So leading into our third, segment of the show.
Third and final segment on this Tuesday.
How's everything going? How's everything going with you, bud? I mean, like, what's, we talked about a lot, but how was your weekend?
No, I've been meaning to tell you about that. And
oh.
I've been feeling really down lately.
Oh, jeez. What's going on, buddy?
This seems like the perfect place to
veg out.
To tell everyone.
Yeah, what's happening? I mean,
it's over, man.
It's over? What's over?
It's over.
It's over?
I'm done with this shit.
You're done with it? Oh. I mean,
I'm done with that shit.
You're done with everything? I mean, we could talk about it.
I mean, no, it's too late. I gave you a chance to talk to me, and you told me no.
Oh, when was this?
The other day.
Oh, I mean,
You know.
Do I know?
You know.
What did I know? I don't know anything.
You know it all.
No, I'm just kind of trying to figure out what's going on. I mean, you kind of pulled this out of the hat.
I'm putting it on you, man.
What did I do now?
Nothing. That's the problem.
Nothing. I did nothing.
Nothing.
Sorry. Why do I have to make an
I
apology?
needed your help, and you shooed me away like a common whore.
I don't know about a common whore, but I mean, hell, I haven't worked on my side of the corner in a while. I mean,
I do need some Sarah McLaughlin right now. I feel like puppies are dying in the streets, and you just don't even care. You're walking by and you're kicking them.
Get the
Kicking them
fuck
right over
out of my
houses.
get the fuck out of my way.
Get out of my way, you dumb dog.
Give me a sandwich while you're while you're on the ground. I want a Subway sandwich now.
Yeah. You're over here just
don't give a fuck. Just give me a sandwich.
Not giving a fuck.
I'm on the floor. I don't care. Give me a sandwich. So what's going on, buddy? What's happening? I mean,
I'm just really sad, man.
Just really sad. I mean, this is the time to get it out. I mean, I understand that doing these shows is a very time-consuming thing. I mean,
it's demanding.
It is demanding.
And it's thankless, and I just don't feel appreciated. I'm over here doing all the things.
Yeah, what are you doing? I mean, playing your game?
Well, no, I'm actually trying to set up my operating system.
Oh, okay.
But it requires a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to make sure everything is working because my audio and my headphones stopped working. Thanks for caring.
Well, I mean, you were supposed to take care of that during the break, weren't you?
Yeah, I tried.
Oh, you had 8 minutes.
I know. And
so what happened?
I had more.
Huh?
And I had 8 more. We went on another break.
Yeah, that's
three
breaks.
I'm over here. I'm trying. I'm doing the things.
It's tough to do anything in 8 minutes. It's tough to do anything in 8 minutes.
It is tough to do anything in 8 minutes.
But it was 8 minutes.
Yeah, it was 8 minutes.
You got me there, you son of a bitch.
I mean, that's what you said. You said that you were going to take care of it during the break.
I tried.
What do you want me to tell you, buddy? I mean,
tell me I did a good job.
You did a great job. I mean,
thanks.
I couldn't have done any better of a job than you did.
That's true.
You were the essence of my pure imagination. I mean, everything I do, I look up to you. You're the best.
Damn, that's true.
I mean,
All right.
I can't.
Thank you.
I can't sit there and say anything, second to none that you are and ever will be the best. I mean, it's just right there. I mean, from your guitar, your guitar testing down to your playing. I mean, it's like gold spilling out into the streets.
Just I wake up every day and I piss excellence.
Yeah, I mean, you're like Eddie Murphy
that's good.
in the movie, Coming to America.
Coming to America.
Where he goes, claps his hands, and the Royal Bathers. Here comes the Royal Bathers. They come to
bathers.
Bathe him.
He said mayonnaise.
No, I said bathers. Royal Bathers.
Get it now.
Yeah, where they wash you.
Right.
Yeah. So
bathing,
right. So I mean, it's I get it. I mean, it's a hard life that you live.
It's a hard knock life for us.
Well, I mean, especially when you're sitting there and you're, just like me, just a groundling at the end of the stage.
Right.
Exactly. I don't sit, 2 feet off the ground on a higher bench like you do. Even though I should.
It's true. I'm pretty amazing, and I really appreciate you recognizing that finally.
I mean, listen, I should be on a higher bench than you because I am the host of the show, but we're not going to go through that.
But no, because my ego couldn't handle it. So
that's true. Listen, I have to have
two. This is Kayla.
Oh, I don't know Kayla. I have to have 2 seats next to me, okay, just to fit my ego. That's the problem.
Well, I mean, you could just eat less.
Well, I wasn't talking about that ego. Okay, yeah. That works too. Just call me fat right on the air, motherfucker. I don't look like a buoy, not yet. I mean, you know,
son of a bitch. He goes, oh, you motherfucker.
Sat there and go, what the fuck? Did he just sit there and just call me a fat motherfucker?
That was a big game of yes and I loved it. That was fun.
Yeah, you were, yeah, wow.
Just like anything you said, I was like, yeah. And then also some other crazy thing. And you're like, yeah.
No.
And another crazy thing.
Yeah.
You can't handle the truth.
Not really, no.
No, not at
especially
all.
when somebody calls you, you know, fat.
You said you took up 2 seats. I had to say something.
My ego took up 2 seats. It wasn't like I said
well,
my
that's a
ass took
fat
up
ass
2
ego.
seats.
You just don't feed it so much.
Bye, Felicia.
Yeah, bye, Felicia. Yeah, that's what I hear right now.
Just gobbledygook.
That used to be
gobbledygook.
That used to be Rob when he would laugh. He'd sit there and you would hear him through the glass, just sit there and just, you know, yeah, that type of thing, you know. So that's where I get that song, that laugh from. So
well, I'm glad I could be of service to you.
You're
Nice beaver.
Thank you.
I just had it stuffed.
I did, yeah.
I just had it stuffed. That's my favorite one.
Nice beaver.
Thank you. I just had it stuffed.
That was so funny. He was like, that little deep voice going, yeah.
Oh my.
See, you could be a GPS Garmin voice. Turn left here.
You think so?
Yeah.
Does that add a little EQ and compression? You got
Yeah,
yourself-
man. You could sit there and be like, turn left
Turn
here
left.
right now.
There's an accident ahead. Fear right.
You know, that was the biggest fear of mine when I was out on the road back in the day, like traveling on I-4, you know, going down there real early in the morning, and just because I'd be traveling on I-4 twice, basically, once going to work, and then, you know, getting in my truck and leaving to go to the deliveries for the day. But still, because the other day they were talking about that fog that's been happening, that real super fog. And it's funny that thing mentioned it because you remember the day that I-4 had that really bad accident, that pile up?
I did not hear about that. No.
No, this is a couple years ago.
Oh.
Really, a couple years ago. Yeah. So I want to say this is probably like early 2000 or something like that. So, anyways, we had this like super fog that come over onto I-4, and it made it to where basically the super fog, I think it's where like moisture and fog sort of combine together, and it sort of, you know, floats on the ground, so you can't see, not even in front of your face, pretty much. So what happened was one car had stopped and it hit the other car and caused a huge pile up, and a lot of people got killed during this. I think it was like 40 something cars or something like that. But ironically, I was actually I had left. I think that happened like right at the break of dawn. I think it was just past Lakeland in Polk County. And I had left at like 4 o'clock. So that had to happen around like 6. But I was like 2 hours away from that thing when that thing started. So, and if I would have went through that at that point in time, I probably wouldn't have been here. You know what I mean? So it's just sort of ironic that, you know, that sort of thing happened, because it's I've been through that before, and it's not fun. You know, it's very scary. It's
right.
Especially if you can't see nothing, because if a car is parked or stopped in the road and you can't see above in front of your hood, right? You're like now putting yourself in danger because you don't know if that car is stopped or not. So now is, what do you do? Because even there was cars parked on the side on the median, and they were still getting hit by like tractor trailers because they didn't know they were stopped until it was too late.
Right.
You know, people were getting piled up and piled up and piled up, and you know, it was just, it's insane, bro. I mean, it's just people just need to watch how they drive. They need to watch what they're shooting at, watch how they're driving, and just fucking chill out, you know?
Yeah, just all the things. Just stop it.
Chill the F out, because, you know, it's like, you know, with all this shooting going on and stuff like that, I really don't know where this world is going to. You know, like, I really don't. I mean, we talk about it all the time, you know, and it seems like, just like yesterday, I had saw the news thing about the shooting, right, in California, and then there was 2 other shootings that happened, and it's like, what in the, again, we go back to what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Like, what is snapped in your head that you have to sit there and do that? That's what I want to know. That's the question that I need to know. I need to know the answer to that. What is going on in your head that is making you take other people's lives? Like the guy from the Parkland shooter. Or not the Parkland, but there was a guy about a year or so ago that drove his SUV through a parade of people that was doing just a normal parade. And he killed like 17 people.
Right.
You know, doing this. So...
He mad at his girlfriend.
What's that?
Because he was mad at his girlfriend.
Is that what the deal was? I didn't understand.
Got into a fight with his girlfriend.
Okay.
So his answer was to go
so you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
So he decided that he was going to represent himself as a sovereign citizen.
Right. I remember, yeah.
And I'm like, and the videos that I'm seeing is like, if I was a judge, boy, I would be like, okay, either you got to give this case to somebody else, or I'm not fucking doing this. You know, this is just insane. This guy is non-negotiable. He is not. He doesn't want to sit there and you know, help out or nothing. And it's like, you know, I feel for the judge, and she didn't sit there and like throw a knife at the guy or something like that, because he was really pushing her buttons. You know, like, if you were a judge, would you be able to put up with that?
No.
No, I didn't. Yeah.
No, I wouldn't even. I wouldn't even see where people would expect me to.
And then on top of that, one of the videos I watched when it was getting close to the sentencing hearing was that they were talking about, you know, how he doesn't want to go to jail because he's scared, and, you know, what they'll do in jail and whatnot.
Guess you shouldn't be doing stupid shit then, huh?
Yeah, exactly. So then he proclaimed that, you know, that, and then somehow they got talking about the judge's kids and the lawyer's kids, or somebody made a comment, or they've been the people who defended him keep on complaining about the verbiage that was being used.
As in what?
I don't know exactly, but one of the lawyers was making a claim towards the judge and the court, and then finally he said that, you know, well, what if it was your kids, and blah blah blah, and the judge, boy, she got pissed, because she was like, I never mentioned I had kids in this courtroom. It's none of you guys' business, and
right.
you need to go in the back of the corner of the courtroom and sit down. And that's what she told him. She goes, get your shit and go in the back of the corner and sit down. Like a little 5-year-old. And it's like, where is the respect for the judges? You know, it's like, I don't know. This whole world has gone crazy. But this is a murder case that these people were worried about other things that weren't even involved with the case. And yet they still defended the guy. I was talking to Tree Rocks earlier, and I said that I don't know if I could be a lawyer and defend somebody that has video evidence, that has audio evidence, that has his face saying that he's going to get an AR-15 and go, and I couldn't do it.
It blows my mind too. Like I think about that sometimes. Like how, when you know for a fact that they're guilty of something, how can you even?
Right. How do you sit there and justify your moral beliefs as a lawyer? Yet I know you have to defend some people as a lawyer, but still.
Like everybody is, I guess, allowed, fair trial or whatever, but that doesn't even make sense in that case because.
I know, but you have a guy that says, I'm going to get my AR-15 and I am going to go in and start massacring people. Like, if I'm a lawyer and if a client came up to me and said, hey, here you go, buddy, I'd sit there and look and go, really? Like, what do you want me to do?
Right.
You have 17 counts, if not more, of first-degree murder. Like, how would you like me to proceed with this?
Right.
I mean, if the guy wants to die, just tell the judge he wants to die and be done with it. Why do we need a jury to do that? Why do we need to go through, over 2 years? It was in 2018. So over 2 years of litigation to figure out, hey, this guy is a killer. He says it right there in the video.
Yeah.
I mean, what more do you need? The cops captured the guy. They have that on video. He was saying demons told him to do it.
Yeah, well, that was obviously not true.
Right. Again, what more proof do you need?
All right.
Slap the cuffs on him, throw away the key, put him in a place where you can't, put him at Gitmo.
No, fucking just, look.
Well, if you put him at Gitmo, they're going to do...
Disregard. I have to go back to my statement from earlier.
Oh.
Somebody had disregard for the herd. Get him out of there, man.
Yeah, that's true. Q105 back in the day, back in the, I think, early 90s, maybe late 80s, they used to do, I think, once a month every Friday because the jail system over there in Stark, right? That's where the Florida State Prison is. And that's where they used to house, Sparky, right? The electric chair.
Sure.
So every Friday, I believe it's Friday, whatever the thing was going to be done, they would actually promo it. They would promo, this thing isn't going to happen today, and this guy's going to, die by electrocution, and they'd have a whole song and a bit and stuff like that. And now it's inhumane,
Just whatever.
It's like, my thing is like, okay, the guy killed your child.
Yeah, what would you do?
Right.
Everybody's answer would be kill him.
just put him to rest. Get it over with.
Yeah, what are we paying for? Why are we paying?
You realize that on most...
he physically ran 13 people over or whatever the number was.
I think it was for that one, I think it was 15.
More, but that actually were injured or maimed.
Right. But my thing is
but it's come on, man. You really want that in the herd?
Right.
If it was first offense, let's try to reform him.
Why don't you take him to
he's acting crude and just come on, man.
How about we just put him in a meat suit, right? We take that guy that ran over the people because of his girlfriend. We take the guy, if he was still alive, the Asian guy that shot up all the 17 or 15 people at the dance studio, and the Parkland guy, and whoever else wants to join that's high risk, go to Gatorland over there in Orlando, put them all in meat suits and single boats, right? Like those meat suits you see with steaks on them and stuff like that. And,
sure.
and just let them float out there in the water with all the gators. You know, like a little canoe, like a little wooden canoe, you know?
For sure.
That you have to keep your balance or you're going to fall over. And it's like an inch above the water. I mean, listen, if you can make it through that, then we'll just throw you right back. It's okay. I mean, wouldn't that be sort of... I mean, it's not really... You're not really being inhumane because you're giving back to the earth, right? I mean, it's all vegetative. I mean, it's all like, you know, healthy stuff for the alligators. You know, so what's the problem? I don't see a problem.
Well, yeah, what's the issue?
Now I know there was one story where one of and I always thought, because I saw a movie called what was it called? Casino. If you ever seen Casino with is that Al Pacino? It's Joe Pesci and
yeah, I actually have.
Yeah. So you know how they tortured that one guy, the Italian guy, for shooting up that one bar restaurant that the other guy owned. It was like a side scene that they showed or something like that. And so they tortured the guy for like 2 days. Well, something like that actually happened. There was a guy, you know who Chavo is, or El Chavo, the Colombian drug lord?
No.
No? Okay. Well, he had like turned the guy in, or, you know, he had tattled on him and stuff like that. So when they captured him, the cartel captured him, or one of the side gang cartels, they tortured him for 2 days. And not just, you know, oh, we're going to do this. No, they methodically, like what you see in Casino, but worse. Right. But worse. Like they actually broke his legs, they broke his arms, and I think that at the end they cut out his tongue before they buried him alive. Yeah.
Oh.
It's actually happening. It actually happened in the mob. They chopped a guy up. And that's what they do. Like, even the mob in Mexico, the gang people, the cartels, there's been reports where the head of the police department in Mexico, they've captured him, cut off his head, and brought it back in a box in front of the door. And said, "Merry Christmas." Yeah. So it's a kind of a lawless world that we live in, because this kind of shit happens every single minute of every single day, and we can go on and on and on about different stories and stuff like that. But yet again, you know, the Asian guy that killed himself took the horrible way out. You know,
he took a pussy way out, obviously.
Yeah, he took the you know, because now there's no clarity of what happened. There's always theories. You know, there's always this. You know, it's I don't know if I could never fathom something like that. Even if I was mad at whatever, I could never fathom just going in and just taking my anger out on somebody, you know, or some place that has no idea who I am, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I feel like, though, if I'm honest, I feel like if I were to do something crazy like that, I also think that my answer would be the pussy way out.
You would kill yourself before you went to jail?
Yeah, I kind of think I would.
Well, I mean they would put you on suicide watch first.
I mean, yeah, I'm completely. I would never do. I think that suicide is for the weak. Like, regardless.
That's a standard SOP. Like, if you're a high value target or suspect,
Oh, of course.
They'll
course.
put you on 24-hour suicide watch.
I just mean, if I'm thinking critically about it, that would probably, I wouldn't do well in there. And to me, I already feel like it's kind of a waste on society's resources keeping me alive anyway, when I shouldn't be. Like, there's no reason for that.
No, I don't think so, because they sit there for 10 years plus.
Huh?
They sit there for 10 years plus.
Right, and since that to me is a silly waste of resources.
Yeah,
on the people, and it's ridiculous. They should. I really something like that. You're going on death row. No possibility for appeal or anything like that. We have video of you doing it. Whatever. Like, say that's the case. Literally march them out and kill them. There's no reason that we should be paying for that. At all.
I agree. I mean, it's
society. Some people are like, well, it tortures them more to be there. And it's like, yeah, I get that. But really, you're just paying for him to live.
True.
You're just paying for him to be alive with your taxes that you're bitching about because they're too high. And the places, I can't even think of their names, prisons and jails, they're already saying that they aren't getting enough money. So,
and then on top of that, you're building supermax prisons to hold the worst.
Yeah, because there's so many damn people. So let's just not do that and stop arresting people for stupid things.
Exactly. I mean, let's not arrest people for small amounts.
Quit making it like it's a better business decision to keep the prison full. Like that right there is a problem. Is a big problem.
Very true.
Because if it's about reform, then make it about reform. But if it's about money, then call it like it is.
That's
like,
always,
and
yeah.
We'll figure it out. Like, it shouldn't be that way though. Like,
well, they really should just like, there's some prisons out there that sit there and they march them right on the courtroom floor and sit them like, thigh by thigh, ass to butt, or.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Like over in where was that? Vietnam or something?
Something like that. Yeah.
Well, I think I think that's wrong. But anyway, Malaysia's coming.
Something like that. Yeah, but it was like one of the worst prisons in
Yeah, but they're literally like laying on top of each other and
right,
stuff.
Right, exactly. That's their
crazy.
But that's the way they do it.
And people are just constantly getting robbed and raped in there because you can't watch that many people. It's just, that's so crazy, man. If that's what you want, and that doesn't make sense to me, though. As like, if I were a governing like voice or something like that doesn't make sense.
Well, Russia's even worse.
More of a strain on everybody and everything.
That's true. I mean, Russia's worse. Like, if you're out there in Russia and you've got like you're out there in Siberia, in the middle of nowhere, like. There's, how the Mojave Desert is like miles and miles and miles of desert and heat?
Right.
Well, this prison in Russia, in Siberia, is miles and miles and miles of snow.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Like, just endless.
In Siberia, yeah. Good luck.
Yeah. Good luck escaping that prison for one.
Pound stand. How about that?
And then good luck trying to survive outside the prison for very long.
Right. If you get out, and then there's lions and tigers and bears. Oh my.
Right. And on top of that, they'll let go of the dogs, and hopefully you can outrun those. So
I feel like that's a legal way to hunt human. I might take it.
That's a good way.
Saying a lot of crazy things this stream.
That's true. All right, well, that's it. That's the Tuesday show.
On that, Jesus.
Yeah, I know. Right now, I'm holding my mic in my hand because it fell off the arm. I gotta fix it. I can't fix it in mid broadcast. So, yeah, I know things are falling apart already. Thank you to Matt the Savior. I appreciate it, buddy. Always.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. All right. Don't forget to check us out every Tuesday at 9 o'clock. I am Bull. This is the Social Reload Show.
Woo! Go get you some.
Go get you some. We'll see you next Tuesday. Have a safe week. And go do something safe. Don't go crazy. We'll talk to you soon. Peace.
hope you like. This that song that I hope we can move to. If not, just imagine me with you. And I hope I'm right. This that song that I hope you like. This that song that I hope we can move to. If not, just imagine me with you. Everybody dancing, but I just wanna dance with you. Look. And everybody moving, but I just wanna move with you. And everybody whine, but I wanna slow wine with you. Never been to the island, I wanna take flight with you, with you. You know I love the island, so I had to try it. I'm thinking of the day when I could finally buy it. It being whatever you point to. Walk in the store like, baby, it's all you. You the type to be like, nah, baby, I'm cool. Let's find a couple kids and put them off to school. And I'm just like, cool, but what about the shoes? You look at me and smile like, baby, that's all you. The stakes high, you know we playing for keeps. I know it gets rough when it's been a couple weeks. FaceTime in the lab, FaceTime in the road. Thank God for Steve Jobs, but FaceTime getting old. But you don't want me home cause you know the mission.